This is going to be a very short commentary. No need for me to pull up any article to read from it. I'm just shooting straight from the hip. So the verdict came out, or should I say that not the verdict, but the sentencing came out that Felicity Huffman will be sentenced to a total of 14 days in jail. You got it. You heard it correctly. 2 whole weeks. Am I surprised? No. Neither should anybody. I even heard somebody told me that Palm Colored had agreed or said that this punishment was too harsh. Can you imagine if they gave her the month that they were trying to give her or initially going to give her? This doesn't surprise me in the least bit, and I don't know why some people are acting so shocked and surprised that she only got 14 days. Although what she did, which was a felonious federal crime that should have gotten her way more than the initial time that the prosecutors fought to try to give her, which was that month. Had that been any one of us, we already know what would have happened. Now, there was another story that surfaced involving this black woman, I forgot her name, who literally did something to try to get her daughter to go to a better school than the one that was in her district. And they gave her 6 years in prison for that. There was also another story I did on my original channel where you had a black woman in, I think, New York who went through the proper documents to homeschool her children, and then they came back months later and said it was a loophole. And then not only did social services take away her kids because they claimed she was kidnapping her kids, but they also threw her in jail behind it. I don't know what the outcome after that was, because unfortunately I wasn't able to stay up to date with that, but I do remember covering that story. Yet this woman right here is only getting 14 days in jail for basically being, like I said in my original commentary, a fraudstress. Wire fraud, tax fraud, evasion, all of that, to get her dumb ass daughters into that school. So now the only person that we're really keeping our eye out on now is Lori Loughlin, to see exactly what she's going to get, because a lot of people are saying, well, we wonder what her outcome is going to be because of what Felicity Huffman got. Like I said, I'm not going to hold my breath, but it will be interesting to see what her outcome is, considering she's the only one out of the bunch who was dumb enough to plead not guilty, while everyone else pled guilty. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one. I wanted to come back and add this little piece in here after it was a post that I saw Professor Black Truth put on his Twitter page. And basically, in so many words, he says, when they do sentences really light as this that should have a harsher punishment, this is nothing more than palm colored power flexing its power. So basically what I'm saying is, they may be going through an opioid plague. They may be doing all these mass shootings for the most part. They may be having these deaths of despair because many of them can't find employment, and having the low birth rates, and a lot of the stuff that I would do a Petty Pendergrass production on, or stuff that we will make fun of. But at the end of the day, for the time being, while they're going through all of that, they still have something that supersedes even that, and that is the ability to flex the power that they have in this establishment and the globe at large. But we're just going to focus on the US. So that's probably why it's easy for them to mask or bypass a lot of the issues that they go through, because at the end of the day, they still hold a lot of power in this establishment to do whatever they want. And with them only giving Felicity Huffman 14 days in jail for committing a federal level crime is nothing more than them flexing their power, because we already know that if it was a black person, no matter what the gender, we know what kind of sentencing they will get. We already saw that be proven with those teachers down in Atlanta. I already gave you another example in the beginning part of this video with that mother rearranging her zoning so her daughter could go to a better school.